You good? You good?
What?
Yeah, when you're good, you're good.
Yes. Hello, hello. Wednesday night.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Welcome.
Sorry,
My name
we're.
is Esther.
Yeah. What's my name?
Jason.
I'm Jason.
And it's
For
Wednesday
those
night.
Who don't know. Sorry that we're a little bit late. I
We are.
forgot that I had to pick my daughter up from a youth event. But here we are.
Yes.
Married with different personalities.
Oh, is that what you called yours?
No, that's
Oh,
what I
yeah.
normally.
Every time I'm like so in the moment. What am I gonna name it tonight? No inspo. So Wednesday night with Jason and Esther. Yay! And he has some like nice title.
Tonight I didn't give a title.
Okay.
But, yeah, we're different people, like all of us are, obviously. But we have been married for over 13 years now.
Yes.
We've enjoyed a lot of life together.
13 years, wow.
Still really in love, and of course love is a choice, but we enjoy every day.
Yes, very much.
And part of it's
Keeping
because
the love alive.
Part of it's because we've taken the journey and we recognize that we're different people, obviously, and different, but then dug into the whole different personalities and realized that we're both motivated by different things. We both see things from a different point of view, and that it's not one person trying to hijack life for the other person or just be difficult, but it's just a lot of it has to do with personality and things like that. So
I did think that when we started learning about all the different personalities and how you're wired different, we both knew we were very different right from the beginning. Before we even got married.
Everybody
We
knows
were
they're
very
different,
polar
pretty much.
opposites with some of the same passions and visions, obviously, but I did, when we started learning all the knowledge of it and things that help you manage life better and communication, all that, I did think in the beginning, like, how did we do so well for those 13 years not knowing certain things?
Right.
Which I think the answer to that is that we are very good in our communication style. Our communication style is not the same.
We never really kept things quiet. We were always ready to communicate and talk about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it led to vocal disagreements. Anyone out there? But on the flip side of that, and that tree is touching my head.
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, I just ran in here. As you can see, I still have my jacket on and sat down. But on the flip side of that, of course, there wasn't a lot of unspoken things that some
That's
people
true.
hold things in and
some
don't
people
talk
that
about it.
weren't used or weren't around us daily and didn't know us very well might have thought at times that we were maybe really arguing.
Sorry, we're a little.
We weren't like yelling or anything, but we were very vocal, outspoken about our opinions and things, how we thought, and I do think that was one of our strong suits. And that's not how everybody deals with stuff or processes it, but I did think like, wow, okay, how did we even like survive without knowing certain what do you call that, tools to help you know, like, when I'm asking him a question or I want certain details or know something and he doesn't even like wink like that he heard me talk or whatever.
Right. In America, that's not really a saying, though.
What?
Wink. That he heard me talk.
Hey. Yeah.
Didn't even
English
acknowledge
was
me.
never my first language, but anyway, I would be, in the beginning, I would maybe be very offended, but now I understand, okay, he's either in his nothing manly nothing box.
Which, that's wrong though, because my
What?
nothing box is I'm always thinking about something, just
Okay.
maybe not what you're talking to me about, but I'm always thinking.
Okay, so there's.
That's
no
why I had to.
nothing
That's
box
why I
in-
had to get, for me, not
Oh,
so
for
much.
you. Okay.
That's why I had to get laser eye surgery
Yes.
because I wouldn't stop
True
thinking.
story. True
And
story.
part of that added stress to my life.
You would ask him, "Are you stressed?" And he would say, "No, I'm not stressed." Well, the eye doctor, are you in stressful situations?
But
like,
hold
do
on.
you own your own
What's
business?
stressing me out though is that you're leaning in, but there's no reason for you to lean in, so it makes
Well,
you off
okay,
center.
I'm leaning in because my phone is over there.
But your phone,
and your phone is over here,
your
and
phone
I'm
is still on
mainly
you.
talking to my audience.
Your phone is still
over
on you.
here.
You're still centered in your
Yeah,
picture.
okay. All right, okay. So you know, we're
You-
talking
you
about
can-
love.
You
so
can
I'm
sit
all
close,
like,
but
you know,
it throws my personality. We're really off center there. Anyway,
Your phone looks so much nicer and like warmer.
part of
and-
it,
Anyway.
yeah. So I did a lot of thinking. We were on this whole stress thing, but I wouldn't shut my mind off. So I'd go to sleep, and
He's
I'd be
really a
laying in bed
thinker
and
and
think.
an analyzer. So at night,
You
you can't drink coffee after 1 or 2 p.m. afternoon because his brain will just be thinking all night.
Right.
You know,
It
you
makes
can't
me
shut
think.
it off. He'll be tired. It's not like he has energy, but
The other side of that, and what we've really begun to dig into, we did this at our BU event, and other things we're doing is, beginning to recognize that I have strengths that I'm not utilizing or that I'm not celebrating, and that became a frustration. And
Right.
saying, hey, I want to branch out and do be more who I am and be able to utilize my strengths, my abilities that I have, the talents I've been born with, that what I've been gifted with,
yes.
and then in areas that I'm passionate about, not just be.
Hey, Faith. Good to
Hey.
see you. Sorry.
Another question:
What?
do you guys like when we say hi to you? When Esther says hi to you when you come on, and it says that you're watching, or would you rather comment and say
I
hi
think it's
first
like
for us
this.
to
When
say
I'm
hi
on
back?
a live with somebody and somebody says hi to me, I like that.
Right.
But if they say
That's
hi
her
to 20
personality.
other people, after a while it gets a little bit like,
No, but
can you just
no,
finish your thoughts?
But for my personality, because I'm a little bit more, I would rather be in the background. I like to sneak on and watch something, and if I want to be noticed,
know that you're
I will
watching
comment,
or something
right.
like that.
and if I don't want to be noticed, I won't comment. So if you guys are watching this at any
Anyway.
point, you can comment your opinion. Let's see how you guys think, because I sneak on,
You
and
sneak on, yes.
anyway, but the whole thing is, being able to utilize your strength, celebrate it, to maximize who you
Yeah.
are, and to work in areas that you're passionate about and that you really care about, and just to utilize that. So anyway, that was part of the other stress. So I thought a lot,
Right.
and then I had this playing in the background because I began to go on this. I was on this self-discovery trip, discovering these strengths
Right.
and realizing, hey, I can celebrate some of these. After being told for years that to be successful, you have to have X, Y, and Z, or be X, Y, and Z, and I was something else. I had maybe A, B, and C traits, and realizing that, hey, success is whatever you define as success, not what everyone
True.
else is your
True.
story, and a lot of it has to do with being able to be authentically you, to be yourself, to celebrate your strengths, and
Right.
then to be working areas you're passionate about. So I learned that, and then it's like, okay, so now I begin to recognize these strengths. Now I need to find ways to put them to use, because I found myself in an area. I had my own business. I enjoyed that. I enjoy business, building business, but it was like, I was utilizing some of my strengths, but there's more I wanted. So anyway, all that led to
All that to say that when I was saying that if I had something I was communicating or trying to communicate with him and he just wasn't really present because in his brain he is still thinking about something else and he can't shut that off to like acknowledge what I'm saying or give me an answer, and I wanted like my personality wants something like now, you know. I ask a question and I'm already...
She's already like, huh? Then
Yeah.
it's like, what would
pushing
you like?
for an answer.
Where do you want to go now? Huh?
So
It's like,
in
what?
the beginning
the
of a
question didn't even come out of your
marriage-
mouth.
In the beginning of our marriage, I did not understand that that's kind of how he is wired.
You need to go to bed.
And how he analyzes stuff and thinks about everything. So I would always immediately, which is also a little bit my personality, take it personal and think there's something, you know, wrong with me, or I said something wrong or whatever.
Good night. Love you, sweet.
That's our daughter. Good night, girl. I love you. Okay, go. And
Something
now I
wrong
lost
with
my
you.
train of thought.
You thought something was wrong with you.
Yes, and that was just one of the many things that was like a ping, aha, you know. Oh, it has nothing to do with me. And learning that about personalities has been so eye-opening. You're learning things about yourself, but learning things about your spouse and the way they think and the way they do things, just simply because that is how God created them. That's how God created me. And it's okay. So now it's easy for me to just sometimes brush things off and not like, you know, I know us women can sometimes get a little dramatic and, you know, sleep on it or do the silent treatment for like 3 days or whatever, you know, because you just think what the other person is thinking about you while they're like not even nothing about you, or there's just totally something somewhere else with something different. So I have learned that not to take so many things personal.
Right.
And that was one of the things that I was like, how did we get to 13 years not knowing those things about ourselves? But again, we were very outspoken in our communication. Our communication was always upfront. So
Yeah, but I think outside of that, you just work. I mean, you work on your relationship. So
right, and I mean, it is also a little bit the saying, of course, that, you know, love is blind a little bit, and especially in the beginning.
oh, well, that's in the beginning. Like that's
That's what I'm saying.
that's before you get married. It's like, oh, you know, we're not really that different. And then you get married, and then you wake up, and it's the day after, and you're like,
You
oh,
wake
we're
up.
really different.
Hey, Danielle, good to see you, girl.
How's it
Yeah,
going?
no, man. Then you wake up and it's like, that's also not true, because that lasts.
Yeah,
Quite
but
a
I mean
while.
that's no, but it's soon like what are we buying groceries, or what are we having for dinner, or what, you know, soon or
The
where are we
daily
going
things.
out this, and suddenly one person has a certain value and their personality trait and a way of viewing things. And you know, when you were dating, you barely noticed you were different, and you all kind of you try to be a little similar, and you just have fun, and then you get married, and then suddenly it's like, wow, this person, who is this person? What's going on? And then a lot of people, from talking to people and stuff, people feel like the other person's trying to hijack their life and the marriage and the relationship. And it's like, well, why does every time I want to do something fun, this person, like, you know, comes in with the facts and the down to earth and the practical side and kill
Right.
that, or the other person's like, why do they just waste the money, and they don't realize the value systems that the personality has and how they view money, and realize that, hey, this can be a strength to me, and we can both together make a great team. And you know, my limitation will be covered by your strength, and together we will have fun and we'll build life together.
Yeah.
And I think that's part
Yeah.
of the thing.
And I, for myself personally, really learned, I knew this before I was married, that love is not a feeling, it's a choice. But I really learned that in my marriage, that, you know, it is not about
I must
feelings.
have been tough, because she really
What?
learned it in her marriage.
Yeah.
I said I must have been tough.
But I'm saying, like, I'm a feeling person, you know. I'm an emotional person. I I do things and process things through.
Right. So remember, we're talking about the disc personality a lot, and she's an I, which
Yeah.
is likes to communicate outwardly, likes to speak, and feels, experiences everything. Everything is an experience. So it's about feelings, it's about emotion, it's about experience, and it's about really
and out there, like I wear
communicate.
stuff on my sleeve a little bit, like
Right.
not dramatic necessarily. If I have to be, I can, but I'm not like not that I'm some wacko out there crazy person, right? No, I'm not. I'm not. I can be
No,
crazy fun, but I'm not like one of those.
But
weirdos.
like that.
But I
You're
can
not
be
a weirdo.
emotional.
Don't worry. You're a good weirdo if that's you.
No, but
No,
I
but
like
the I
to
personalities,
be, yeah.
they like to communicate. They
Right.
like to have fun, and
So, but I really
they like
had
to say
learn
things
that.
to kind of figure out what they're going to say actually.
Right.
So that's part of it.
That is part of it. So I just learned really that is a choice. So knowing that certain things have just nothing to do with me, even
Right.
though you are in a relationship and daily things, certain things seriously do not have to do anything with me, and that's like a relief, when I learned that that is really just how he thinks and how he processes things and how he goes through things, and it's so different from how I process things, but it's okay, and it made things a lot easier. Like I feel like I can easily I feel like I'm saying the word process and go through a lot,
Yeah.
but
what are you saying? The
It's
thing
late,
is, like
it's
the
like
D and
after
I, the
9.
D and I personalities, they are moving quick. Point A, B, C, D, E, and so again, we were talking about communicating or making decisions. The S and the C personalities, they like a little information and they like time to think about it. So a little slower in decision making. And so, like I said, she'll ask a question and like the question's barely out of her mouth, and then she's like looking for a response. And for me, I like to take a little bit of time, and if I'm
Just a little bit.
if I'm thinking on something else, I need to but when I'm thinking on that situation, I need to think a little bit. I look at all the different scenarios, and so that's just, you'll see that in your communication and you're relating to other people.
Yeah. That's that's it. That's a wrap, man.
That's a wrap.
I think.
Okay.
Or what?
I hope you guys are good. We were kind of like this, following Esther tonight.
Esther, you started and you had like a whole thing going. So what about, I was going to ask you guys, what did you think about this whole like Christmas season? I feel like it just started, like this is all the way over somewhere else.
Wow.
But no, because it's, we're in the middle of Christmas season, but I felt like it started seriously super early this year. People were really, really crazy early with it.
And
I
if
thought.
that was you, it's
Before
okay.
Thanksgiving.
If that was you, it's all right. No judgment here.
No judgment. I didn't say I wasn't judging anything. I was just asking because it feels to me like every year it starts a little bit early, but this year it just feels like it just took like a big jump, And I love. That's another thing we are very different in. I love the most wonderful time of the year.
I don't like tradition at all.
Christmas.
Sorry.
Oh, I love traditions.
It's not very practical at all. I mean, why would you listen to the same music that you... Not a Scrooge, not to be a Scrooge. Why would you listen to the same music that's been around for
you are not
years?
a Scrooge,
Or,
but you just don't
why would you do things just
like
because
to go with the flow?
they've been done
and you
for
don't
every...
like to
right.
do what everybody else does.
But I love the holidays to be with friends and family. I enjoy
Right.
that part.
Right. Oh, I love that. Just like the coziness. I'm just a romantic, like, of the movies and,
Remember, it's all about experience.
Yes.
For the eye.
Yes.
For the
yes.
eye.
So very different that, but I love the Christmas season. I just felt like, and I feel like it's going so super fast. But anyway, that was just
So
another
people.
thing I just threw out
So
there.
it started very early, but it's going super fast. Is that
Well,
what are you saying here?
yeah. Doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
Does it?
Did you think about it before you said
No,
it?
I never do.
Anyway.
I never do.
Well-
Anyway, we had our event last week and it was awesome. And I don't know if you saw any clips coming by in our stories, or we went live a little bit, but it was the BU event last week and we had a great time. Thank you for everyone that came out and
Thank you.
supported us and had a great time, and
Invested
we're
in
definitely going
yourself.
to do more of that in the future. Let us know if you would be interested in any of it. Of course, we talk a lot about marriage and relationships and in business and all that stuff because that's what we love and that's what we experience in our lives.
And empowering your kids as well.
Yes, but Jason has actually, what did you call it? Like,
What are you talking about?
well, yeah, what would you call that you do? Wow. Like you okay, so he's a life coach and he is a business coach, and he can, but what he's learning with, especially with the personalities, he can work with families. He has
So yeah,
personality
okay. So
tests for kids.
specializing in behavioral analysis. So
Yeah,
really looking at the
that's kind of what I
personalities,
was- aiming at.
wanting to help empower people for each of you to maximize your
Yeah.
complete purpose and maximize your potential, and then to empower people around you so that you're getting the best relationships and the best results
Yes.
from the people.
Yes.
So I want you to be your best, and then I want you to be able to help the people around you be your best. That way everyone is succeeding. Life, business, jobs, family, everything is so much easier, and you're getting the results from all that creative potential and all these strengths from the people
Right.
around you.
So the BU event was more personally being
Right.
empowered for
It was-
your individual
yes.
strengths to be-
celebrate them,
to celebrate them,
recognize,
and
to
be
clarify
your
them,
best self.
recognize them, and celebrate them.
Right. So we're gonna do more of those events, but we're also gonna do more like geared to couples, to families with kids. So let us know if you're interested in any of that. If you have any questions at any time, you can always drop us a message or in the comments, and we can answer that for you. Just
Alright.
in a private message or
You're
on
going a
our
little long
lives.
now.
What?
You're going a little long.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, we've been enjoying coming on here once a week. I hope you liked it. Thank you for joining. And have a great rest of your week.
Yeah.
End it strong. Make sure you be your best self. And celebrate
well-
who you are.
I hope you're finding ways to live your life that every day is, so that you're not just living life for the weekend, but that every day you're enjoying it, that you're feeling fulfilled and satisfied in the life that you're living, that you see your success journey and you're embracing it. So
Yes.
have a great Thursday.
Thank
a
you
great
for
day
coming
tomorrow.
on. See you, babe. Danielle.
Bye. See
Bye.
you.
Oh, wow. We're going to